Hello and welcome to the Doctor Who podcast.
That's it. We're official, baby.
I
Crystal
forgot-
D, eat your heart out.
I forgot what we were called for a second. Hello and welcome to the Says Who podcast with Kat and Tip.
Yeah, that's it. That's what we're called.
Oh yeah, we're not called anything else.
No, absolutely not. Hello.
Hello.
How are you?
Good. How are you?
Yeah, I'm not too bad, thank you.
Good.
Not too bad. What's been going on?
Nothing much.
Nothing much.
Been doing some writey things.
Mm.
Been doing some cosplay things. Some very
Nice.
exciting cosplay things.
Mm. So Kat's going to be at MCM Comic Con London
Yes.
this weekend.
I will be.
If
Yeah.
anyone's there. Tell us about that.
I'm going to be on the community show.
Yes, the community panel.
I have no idea at this point of recording what that's going to entail, but all I know is I'm going to be sat there in my Oswin Oswald cosplay, pretending to be relevant.
Nice. Well, who else you got on? So it's hosted by lovely Jack Alexander, who we
Yep.
had on the show a couple of weeks ago.
We did.
Although at this point we've not recorded that episode, so little peek behind the curtain.
Timey-wimey.
Yeah, man.
This podcast is timey-wimey.
So I'm sure when Jack was on a couple of weeks ago, he spoke a little bit more about the panel. So you guys know more than we do right now.
Yeah.
So there you go. But yeah, so it's Jack's hosting it, the community show panel. Who else is on there with you?
So I'll be joined by Miles Taylor and Ben. They have a Doctor Who podcast of their own.
Yes.
And I will also be with Beth Axford.
Ah, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who
Oh, awesome.
wrote the unofficial and official Doctor Who quiz book.
Yes. And one of the novelizations as well. She's written it. Well, not a novelization, rather an original novel.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be cool.
So yeah, some.
Sweet.
And I've done nothing. No, I write things.
Yeah, and you're the co-host of the Doctor Who podcast.
Yep.
So, well, that'll be cool.
Yeah, that'd be really fun.
I'm going to try and be there if I can. But if you're around, and if you're at MCM, go pay a little cat visit on the old community panel.
I'll say hello.
Yeah, that's all she'll say. You'll have to do the rest of the work. Yeah.
I'm socially awkward. So.
Yeah. I'm still quite socially awkward.
I'm naturally still quite socially awkward.
Yeah. Don't tell her about your fears of terminal illness.
Because I won't know how to respond.
Yeah. Well, that's fun.
It will be
that's
fun.
something to look forward to.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, that's exciting. Hopefully I can be there for your
I
panel.
just hope I'm not nervous, because I will be. I don't want to sit. I need to not go up there and just fully enclose in myself. Need to be extroverted.
Maybe have a coffee before you go on.
Or a gin.
Or a gin. Yeah.
I'm so scared.
You'll be fine. You're in a room full of nerds on a panel of professional nerds discussing your favourite nerdy things. Yeah, you'll be absolutely fine. Well, hopefully I can come down and supply you with the gin before.
Yeah.
But
2 shots before as well.
Yeah, anyone that's going, go and pay a visit to the community panel, and that's on the Sunday, right?
So the panel will be on the Sunday at 1 p.m. on the creator stage.
Lovely stuff. Yeah. Go check it out and cheer Kat on as she's pissed up on gin.
As Oswin Oswald.
Yes, yeah. Well, I think we'll jump straight into
Today's
week's topic
episode.
then. Yeah. Continuing Spooky Hottober.
Oh yeah, Spooky October.
We're looking this week at a story that is celebrating its 50th birthday.
Happy birthday, the
Happy
Pyramids
birthday,
of
Sutekh.
Mars. Happy birthday, Sutekh. You bad dog.
Oh wow, that was a there was an interesting face going on there as you were saying that. Yeah, Pyramids of Mars turns 50 years old. It's the
Wow.
50th anniversary of part 1 this week.
Wow.
Wow, indeed. So it's only right that we
Talk about
it. Have a little look back.
Yeah.
It's a spooky story. It's
It is
spooky
a spooky
October.
story. It's a good story as well.
It's a very good story. What were your preconceptions before going into this one? Like, what were your memories of it? Or
I mean, I loved it anyway.
Mhm.
I remember when I first watched it, I was like, "Oh my god, this is like peak classic Who." It's like just a good paced story. It's interesting. I really enjoy and have always enjoyed since like primary school the Egyptians and Egypt and like mummification and all of that jazz. So the story visually stimulates me anyway.
Yeah, and sort of conceptually of the
it's just really nice. I really like the robot mummies. I think like they look really good.
Yeah.
Do you not think like for like a classic monster, they look really clean, like really good?
I've got a note about them.
Right.
Let's talk about that. We might as well.
Yeah.
I can't decide whether you should them or don't. I can't decide if they look great or really goofy.
I don't
but
think they look
either
goofy.
way, I love them.
It's a bit Scooby-Doo.
It is a bit Scooby-Doo. I think that's what it is.
But I think it's Scooby-Doo when it's not animated and it's classic Doctor Who charming.
Yeah, they're definitely charming. Like I don't, I don't dislike them either. But like either way, but I was just thinking that
they're not Mummy on the Orient Express.
No. But then they're not.
But that's
proper
not
mummies, are they? No. They're robots.
Yeah.
And
they're just henge.
Yeah, very busty. Very sort of.
They're hard.
Like
they'll beat you up.
Giving Jackie Tyler a run for her money in terms of like that chest.
Right. Okay. Never. Right. I've never once looked at Jackie Tyler and was like, notably, you're busty.
Well, Ursula Blake does. It's a cool design. Yeah. It is a cool design. I think the goofiness maybe comes in how they move, because it is a little bit doddery, and especially that bit in part 2 where they're chasing the poacher through the woods and they're just sort of fumbling through fair, trees.
I think the actors inside did a pretty good job.
No, 100%, 100%.
They were like, right, how in the hell are we gonna do this?
To walk in that costume on uneven ground.
Yeah, I'd been on the floor.
Probably can't see at all. Yeah,
they definitely. The one thing that I love and find hilarious about classic Who monsters is the poor actors cannot see a thing.
No, they ain't got a clue.
They're going for it and they're gonna get the best shot, and then they're gonna use it. 100%.
They commit to the bit.
100%.
So yeah, the mummies are great, and there's a really great moment, which we'll come to a little bit later on with them. But the story in general,
good. It's a good entertaining story.
Yeah, and I think you touched on it there when you said, it's like peak classic Who. And it's hard to argue with that.
No, it is. It's like one of the, like when you go on like your introducing someone to classic Who and they're like, okay, so like what episodes would you like recommend, like good classic Who? Like Pyramids of Mars is always on it.
Yeah,
it's one of the great.
It's got to be up there with some of the best. It's got to be like top 10.
Yeah.
Like easily.
We wouldn't have had a modern spin-off episode.
Yeah, we'll get to that.
If it wasn't one of the great.
Yeah, but I think it really just stands up on its own as just a really good little bit of horror,
sci-fi horror,
fantasy. Yeah, like it's really nicely sort of directed and shot. Like Paddy Russell, I think does a really good job with it. And I don't know if she directed this and Horror of Fang Rock, which again is gorgeous.
One, yeah.
But I don't know if she directed any more. But I think it's telling that those are two that really stand out for their direction, definitely. I think the script is really good.
Yeah.
I think it kind of, as you say, it's like really well paced,
really well paced, which is good for
a bit of a rarity for classic Who, you know. As much as
okay, it's not a rarity, I guess. But for early classic.
Yeah, maybe. I think it's just generally. I think, you know,
well,
the barrier for entry for me when getting into the classic series was, this is not what TV is to me. Like, this is not how TV that I'm familiar with works, because
it's not.
It's of a different vintage. Yeah. It's, you know, it's paced differently. It's a little bit more dialogue driven. It's a bit, you know, the effects are, you know. We
love classic effects. Don't
but
you
like
dare.
as a kid, or you know, you sort of going, I'm not really sure.
Fair.
Yeah,
as a kid, yeah.
And I think it's only really in the last sort of 3 or 4 years that I've really been able to go, no, I can sit and watch this and enjoy it as much as I could sit and watch a modern series episode. Or it's the same with like older films, and if you compare something like, I don't know, the new Batman film, or no, so if you compare something like Oppenheimer to something like Citizen Kane,
2 films I've absolutely seen, yeah. You've lost me completely.
You know, they're both sort of dramas centering around one man, and but like, just the sensibilities of film and stuff has changed so much in that time. And I love both of those films. I think they're great. But I think if I'd seen Citizen Kane when I was 14, I'd have been like,
what is this?
Yeah. Okay. Because it's like, what, 1941, something like that.
Right.
Whereas I think if I'd seen Oppenheimer at 14, I'd be like, okay, yeah, but I like this.
Yeah.
I don't really know what my point is here.
I don't know. You're just going on.
No, I'm just talking. So let's talk about Perimeter Mouse.
Still on how it looks.
Yes.
I remember when Sutekh came back for the new series,
and
I was like, okay, well, obviously I'm going to make Sutekh's mask. Obviously. So I went and found some reference pictures and looked at old like prop photos and stuff, and I remember going, I didn't realise he was hairy.
What?
Sutekh has hair on him, on his face. Have you seen hairy Sutekh?
On his face?
Yeah.
On the what? On the mask?
On the mask, yeah. You made me think I was crazy then. I was like, am I thinking of... No, yeah. Hold on, let me show you a picture. Have you not seen hairy Sutekh?
No. I mean, I would just Google it, but I'm kind of scared what would come up if I Googled hairy Sutekh.
Yeah, please don't Google hairy Sutekh.
Ugh.
Hairy Sutekh.
Oh wait, is it on? That's on the Jackal one.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you meant the main mask.
Oh no.
I was going to say there's hair on that.
Yeah.
No, sorry, the Jackal one.
Yeah.
That makes more sense.
Sorry.
I'm with you.
Yeah. I was like, obviously I've got to make it.
That looks horrible.
So I looked at all the reference pictures and then I was like, oh my god, I'm going to have to use real hair. I was like, that's insane. Because you can't tell from like the episode.
Yeah.
Yeah, hairy Sutekh.
That's grim.
But he looks great. Sutekh looks great.
So we open in that. I think that's quite cool, opening in the Pharaoh's tomb.
Yeah.
That's quite atmospheric. And I don't know, even though it's obviously a studio set, there's something about it that feels, I don't know, it feels quite authentic.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's just...
It's nicely dressed.
Yeah. And I think, you know, you get that sort of establishing shot of Egypt, which is obviously just used from something else that you know, that the BBC had on file.
Yeah.
But I think it sort of, yeah, it looks as though we're in a tomb. And then you go from all of that into that really great shot of Tom in the TARDIS, where he's just like looking moody, sort of into the middle distance, like
the drama. He brings the drama. He is a diva.
Tom Baker is a diva. You heard it here first.
Tom Baker's a diva.
Well,
prove me wrong. He's just there, and then the way he looks up, I'm like, okay, diva. Okay. And then Sarah Jane coming out like,
Watson in, yeah.
She's so cute.
I love that little scene. Just the chemistry. I mean, throughout their chemistry. I know we spoke about it when we talked about Zygons, but they are like
TARDIS team, aren't they?
The archetypal TARDIS team. Yeah. It's because you get him sort of brooding, and she comes out sort of la-di-da, and he's doing all his like, I'm not a human being. I'm a Time Lord, and I just love the way that she plays that, like, where she's like, oh, I know you're a Time Lord.
Yeah.
Because, like, it's presumably in the script, that's just written as, I know you're a Time Lord.
Yeah.
I know you're a Time Lord. Like, but she gives that so much character and, like...
She's just charismatic, isn't she?
Yeah. And just the way she sort of spins it and delivers that line, like, you really believe that...
It fits well for how he's acting.
Yeah.
Because he is like, Earth isn't my home, I am better than that. I'm a Time Lord, I'm not a human. She's like, here we go again.
But
I know.
You feel that relationship, don't you? You feel that it's...
The closeness,
Yeah. I just love their dynamic, like, throughout. There's so many... A lot of my notes are just that bit with Tom and Liz. Like, yeah. And then, speaking of Harry Sutekh...
Yeah.
That first shot where the jackal head sort of appears in the TARDIS. Really creepy.
Incredible.
Yeah, really.
It's really good.
Genuinely quite unsettling.
Yeah. I was watching it like, oh, hello, here we go.
Yeah.
Action begins.
Yeah, and then when we get to our main set in the Priory, I think all of that stuff's quite nicely established with Ibrahim and...
The drama with the organ.
It's so
brilliant.
Like,
it's
hammer horror.
Yeah,
like...
it's so intense. It's so good. I'm like, the drama. This episode is so dramatic. I love it.
It really feels, and I know a lot of season 13 was sort of, it's basically riffing on a big horror or fantasy film or book or story or whatever. But yeah, I think it's really potent in this one. It really feels like Peter Cushing's going to turn up, Boris Karloff but like, Kat's looking at me like, yes, I know who these people are.
I've definitely seen The Mummy.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Boris Karloff's Frankenstein, but...
I've definitely seen Frankenstein.
But it feels like this could be in black and white.
Yeah.
And like, just with like loads of shadows over it, just with that organ music, and it be like lightning cracking in the background, and it feels really hammer horror, which I think works really well for it. Like, I think immediately you get that tone of, oh, okay, it feels weighty. Like, it feels... I don't know if it's just because I went into this sort of knowing how good it is, or even the first time I watched it, like, knowing how loved it is.
Yeah.
I don't know if I went in being like, oh, I know this is going to be good, and like a big
so
one.
you're already like preempting how good it's going to be.
Yeah.
So when it happens, you're like, oh yeah, that's good.
But it feels important. It feels weighty, like, right from the get-go.
Yeah.
Maybe it just feels a bit different. It
is different, isn't it?
I think so, yeah. I don't know what it is. It just that. So, some episodes just have that feel where you go, oh, okay.
Spearhead from space.
But I'm thinking like kind of darker, sort of, not like doom laden, because I think you get...
I think this is a nice balance between like comedy and horror.
Yeah, it's definitely...
It's very well balanced.
It's fun. It's not like... Yeah. But I don't know, you almost sort of feel the threat.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean? Before anything's even really happened.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel as much of like we're going to run around and stop a monster and then home in time for tea. But yeah, I think all of the stuff in the Priory, as you say, the organ and all of that sort of melodrama and all of that's great.
I feel like I really love, and this is like like a screenshot of their relationship with Flora and Sarah Jane climbing out of a window and then sneakily snooping around the...
all of that.
It's just like when you think like, oh, okay, so how would you describe their relationship? Oh, just watch this.
Just this clip.
You know?
Yeah. Just all of that exchange. It's so well done. They just play it. They just are those characters. And then with Tom stopping the guy getting shot by just looping his scarf around him, and that's it. It's just fun.
Of course, 4 would do that.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's just a really great little moment, beat. And there's another one of those later when he pulls Lawrence into the TARDIS. It's just the way that it's shot, because somebody's coming into the room. Yeah. And Lawrence is sort of stood there like looking, and you just see a hand come out, and it's a proper little like slapstick moment.
It's Scooby-Doo, mate.
Yeah, it does have little Scooby-Doo vibes. Yeah, I've put here, I can't decide if the mummies look daft or scary.
I think they look scary. I think that they're really creepy.
I think probably
because there's nothing to them. There's no expression.
Yeah.
There's nothing. It's very that like uncanny. Do you know what I mean? There's nothing to them. They're like these big robot mummy things. You can't like reason with. You can't reason them. You can't read them. You just know that you've got impending doom as they're running or hastily moving towards you. In some manner, in some manner.
Yeah, I think I've put some good production design throughout. Yeah, like I think generally,
it
like
just looks good.
Spoke a little bit about the tomb there, but I think the location filming of the house looks really good, but also the set of the little lodge, like that's really nice. Yeah. Yeah, all of it just looks authentic and really really cool. And I think generally the even like the makeup on Scarman and stuff. Yeah. Like it's really simple. They've just put a bit of like they've just made Impaler and sort of bags under the eyes and a little bit of red and stuff.
Yeah, but it works.
But it just really looks effective. Really good. Yeah. And I think that paired with that performance really really sells it. I mean, he's great. Bernard Archard, just really unsettling. And I don't think ever quite he fully commits to it. Yeah. But I don't think ever quite steps over the line of like hammy. Yeah. Like it's very sort of but I don't know, it never feels panto to me.
Never goes clowny.
Yeah, and I don't know if that's just the tone of the episode generally, kind of like that it feels a little bit more serious, so that helps, or I don't know.
It's a little horror suspense episode, isn't it? So you don't want to ramp it up, dial it up too much, and then it become just a bit tonally inconsistent.
Yeah, you don't want to take away from the scare of it. But I think, it's interesting because he's kind of our main sort of, because we don't see Sutekh until part 3, I think. Yeah. So he's Sutekh sort of through him. Yeah. So he's almost like the main sort of villain for the first half, and then you get that great cliffhanger at the end of part 1, the Sutekh's gift of death. Yeah. Brilliant. So like unsettling, and immediately just conveys that threat. Uh-huh. I don't know what it is. It feels because a lot of times a classic Who cliffhanger will be somebody dying or the villain coming out and about to kill
or a
someone.
Mad zoom in on the Doctor and then a hard cut to the villain and then end of part 1.
Oh my god, they've cracked the formula. Yeah. But this, just having that weird sort of figure, and the whole like everything that this guy has done has been in service of Sutekh and all of this, and for just him to go, nah, don't need you, mate. Mm-hmm. It is. You go, oh, okay, this guy means business. Yeah, and it feels like quite a brutal death. Like I don't really know what's happening, but I don't know. It looks like he's just had his brain like fried, just reaching out, and the scream and the smoke coming off. Like it's really really unsettling. Just a good Doctor Who kill. Yeah. Do you know what I mean?
We'll put that in the top. That's in the greats.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
think let's keep a leaderboard of the best
Yeah, the
Doctor
best
Who
Doctor
kill
Who kills.
over the podcast. Well, yeah, that's number 1 so far.
Yeah.
So you mentioned about the Egyptology aspect
Yeah.
of it. I quite like that concept of the Osirans inspiring Egyptian mythology.
Yeah.
It feels a little bit similar to what like the Marvel comics did with Thor, and that they're the inspiration for the Asgardians, are the inspiration for Norse mythology, and
Yeah.
you know, kind of working that in.
It just grounds it, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's fun, and it kind of ties the
universes together.
Yeah, exactly.
It
ties the fantasy to the real world, I guess. And yeah, it's a nice link. And also because we don't really get any kind of like stories around ancient Egypt, do we really?
No. Not even in any of modern.
No. You get like Nefertiti showing up in Dinosaurs in a Spaceship.
Yeah, but that's not really. Yeah, but it's not.
Yeah. It's literally just that figure, that character. But
yeah,
I don't know. Never really.
It's not touched on, is it?
No.
Is it just not exciting?
So I think it's. We can't do it with the budget.
Yeah, and
you are so fly to Egypt.
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah, but it's cool to have it in here.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's another thing that makes it feel a bit different.
Yeah.
That it's, it's got that sort of mythological.
It's topically different, isn't it?
Edge to it. Yeah. I think, and there's some really cool sort of effects in there, like the Scarman getting shot and it reversing and the bullet coming out of him. And it's obviously like they've just played the footage backwards.
Yeah.
But it still works. I think it still really works. And I think watching that in like the 70s,
that would have been like
hard hitting.
What? How did? Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I love about classic Who, though. Like, even though that now you're like, oh, okay, you can see how that's done, and that looks a bit. It's still just so charming, and when you think, okay, yeah, but back then, what would that have looked like? Oh, that would have hit hard, yeah, and it just makes you enjoy it even more.
Yeah, and it's not to say that I think, people in the 70s were like, how have they done this?
No.
But
it still looks good, doesn't it?
Yeah, and I think especially as a kid, it
blows some minds.
Yeah, it looks really cool. The time tunnel effect as well.
I love the time tunnel effect.
I think that looks really cool.
I think it looks really good. I really enjoy it.
I know that. I think they changed it for.
They did change it for the
Tales of the TARDIS.
And I remember, where was I? I was somewhere. I was out doing something when that dropped.
So
I couldn't watch it live, so to speak. And then I remember going on Twitter and seeing that it had changed to the like updated time vortex that they were using for 15's run. Like the swirly, the promo stuff. And I saw that and I was like, why? It ain't broke. Don't fix it. I was so annoyed that they changed it. I was like, because that looked so good then. Like, even just then.
Yeah, I think
and
it
upon
looks cool.
rewatch, like when you watch it, it looks really good. Why would you change that? That is just something that didn't need to change, and it's done it for the worst.
Like, I know it looks.
Yeah, but it doesn't fit, does it? Because it's like updated, like green screen or visual effects, whatever it is.
Yeah, I like when
it doesn't fit the tone and like the time period that it was filmed in.
So they obviously do the updated special effects for the collection box sets, and I know that they've done them on some of the old DVD releases and stuff.
Right.
And I always like when they do it, but they don't make it too
obvious. That
it's been done in 2025 or whatever.
Yeah.
It just looks slightly tidied up.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's some cool stuff where they've like redone model shots, or they've put a bit more CGI in and whatever. Yeah. I think if it's if it's something like that,
I don't mind. That's okay. I just felt like in this particular instance, it was like a big change that was unnecessary, and I didn't enjoy the updated version. I wish they had kept it true to what it was like.
Yeah, it doesn't bother me so much. Like, I'm not offended by it.
I am. Yeah, I'm joking.
But I don't know.
I'm not offended
I feel like
by
if you were gonna update it, maybe just take that effect, but
just tidy it up and
just tidy it up a little bit. Like,
I didn't think it needed the whole change.
Mm.
Because it's only, like, if it wasn't to bring... When did they release it? Was it after the Sutekh reveal, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was just to give context to who Sutekh is from a classic perspective. If they weren't doing that and they edited all 4 parts of Pyramids of Mars together, they wouldn't have touched it. Do you know what I mean? Like, they only changed that little backdrop bit
because he was coming back.
15th Doctor, so they were tying it in with that.
Yeah.
Like, that wouldn't have been touched if it was just, oh, we're doing a new release of Pyramids of Mars. We've kind of made it, we've edited it together, reduced the runtime, cut the fat off the edges or whatever. I don't know what it's called. Meat off the edges?
Trim the fat.
Okay.
Cut the meat off the edges.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
They wouldn't have, like, I can't see them being like, that is something that is on the to-do list to change.
Yeah, that's true.
That's what I'm saying. It was just unnecessary.
No, yeah, that's fair enough. I mean, yeah, I think the original effect looks quite cool, especially when you've got that shot of Tom, like, holding his head.
Yeah.
Like, you know, it's just a cool visual.
Yeah.
It just really works, I think. We'll hold off on Sutekh for a bit. We'll get to Sutekh.
I want to talk about it.
Yeah, there's a few really good lines in there that I've noted down.
Go on.
There's a bit where Lawrence goes, I think it's when they're talking about, when Sarah's saying, oh, we're time travelers.
Yeah.
And obviously this is the episode where you get the whole unit dating controversy thing, because she says, oh, I'm from 1980.
Yeah.
No, you're not. I know that people lose their minds over that.
Why?
Because it's like, Sarah Jane's not from 1980, she's from the 1970s.
Okay.
Which she is from the 1970s, in fairness.
Yeah.
But yeah, people get very upset.
Okay. I don't think I've ever experienced the upsetness of that.
Yeah, I feel like it was... I was going to say I feel like it's fans of a certain age, but I don't even think that's true. I think yeah. But yeah, when she's saying, "Oh, we're time travelers," and Lawrence goes, "That is utterly preposterous."
Mm-hmm.
And Liz just does that. She goes, "Yeah, sorry," and shrugs, like a little, yeah. What are you gonna do? That's how it is, Brad.
Yeah.
There's just a really, really nice little beat from Liz Sladen, I think. And then in that same scene, there's a bit where the Doctor's explaining something, and Lawrence goes, "Oh, I see," and Tom goes, "I'm sure you don't, but it's very nice of you to try."
Yeah. I love Summer 4's comebacks.
He has a real sassiness in this one.
He's, like I said, 4's a diva.
He is a bit of a... I see it.
4's a diva.
He's a bit of a diva in this one, yeah. And then there's that great bit with when they're in the woods and he's like working and he looks up at Sarah. He's crouched down and he looks up and he's like, "Are you going to help or are you just going to stand there admiring the scenery or whatever?" And she takes a little beat and she's like, "Your shoes need repairing." Like, just their little back and forth.
Uh-huh.
It's so good. And then the Jellic night scene when they're in the shed and they're looking for it and she's like, "Oh, found, is this it?" Like, throws it to him.
Oh yeah, and
he's like, "What's the matter with you?" Even a sneeze could set it off.
Yeah, and she's like,
"Sorry."
Yeah. That is such a good scene.
And just there, you can tell that stuff like that
happens all of the time.
They've but Tom and Liz have worked it out in rehearsals. Right, okay. And they've gone, "Oh, this would be cool if we funny. Yeah. And that great bit that they improvised in part 4 where they walk through the door just as the mummy's turning round, and both in sync they turn back. Yeah. Apparently they just sort of went, "Oh, should we do this?"
I can see them two getting up to mischief.
Yeah. I think it was inspired by a little a Marx Brothers film bit. But yeah, it's such a funny little slapstick beat.
It's also iconic even to this day.
Yeah,
there's so 100%. Many reaction memes of them doing that.
100%.
From responses.
I love it. I love it. Yeah, so you've got all of that, Tom being sassy and sort of funny, But he's quite dark as well at points in this.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he gets quite serious when he's talking to Lawrence, and he's quite cold when he's sort of going, "Your brother's dead, mate.
Yeah.
Like, that's not your brother. It's a corpse that
He just
somebody's
doesn't
using."
have time for it, does he?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
And you get that bit later on where Sarah's like, "How can you be so," like, goes to say, like, inhuman, and he's like, "I'm not human."
Exactly, and it's like a full circle moment, isn't
From
it?
what we've had earlier on, yeah. Yeah, he's quite cold with Lawrence at points.
Mm-hmm.
I think, but like, Lawrence as a character, like, Michael Sheard does such a good job with that, because it could be a kind of sort of nothing character.
Yeah.
And I think it's interesting that, because it's quite sad. It's like genuinely quite sad, his sort of grief for his having lost his brother.
Yeah.
I think it's testament to his performance and also how it's written, because there's that really nice moment where he's gone to fetch something and the doctor and Sarah are talking, and the doctor basically goes, "His brother's dead.
Yeah.
Like, it's just a reanimated corpse.
Mm-hmm.
Like, his brother's gone."
Yeah.
And you get that shot of him, Lawrence, where he's sort of crouched down, and he's just sort of, he's heard it.
Yeah.
And he takes a little moment, and it's like, oh wow, yeah, this is
hard.
You don't really get that kind of real weight for, like, supporting characters, I don't think, a lot in the classic era.
It depends on the story.
Yeah, I'm not saying it's the only example, but
I know. I think it depends on the story. You get the classic Who episodes where they're trying to meet the word count.
Yeah.
That are kind of nothing.
Pad it out, boys. Pad it out.
Oh yeah, literally, like, okay, so
what's this? I got to write 7 episodes.
But
do one where they're just gonna
run around the street,
cross a ravine.
Yeah, and we'll have that for 24
minutes.
So you've got those ones where literally you're like, okay, this was definitely a 4-part story stretched out into 6. Cool.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. But then when you do have such a good tight-knit story that's well paced over 4 parts, and they've got individual side character backstories, and you get time for beats like that. You do have a couple of them. They're very few and far between. That's true. But I think you get at least 1 or 2 in each season that. And then towards the later of the classic run as well, like 7, you get quite a lot of stories. Good stories. Like
yeah. But I'm thinking in terms of, like, you know, a lot of the time you'll have a story where it's like, oh, someone's son got shot by the Cyberman. It's like, no, my boy. But it's like, I don't really believe that.
Right.
Like, it's, you know, the script is obviously making an attempt, and the actor's obviously making an attempt.
Mm-hmm.
But here, it just feels
more real.
More
natural,
yeah. And like, there's a real weight to it that I think that's the rarity, rather than like them actually trying to characterize, you know. I think that it's just more successful here.
Yeah.
And I think it makes him like a really sympathetic figure. Like, his performance really sells it.
Yeah.
To the point where it's really frustrating that later on, when Marcus comes into the lodge, and he's like, "Marcus," and it's like, no, we've told you, dude. Like, it's not your brother.
Yeah,
it's not.
Yeah.
But he throws it to the side, and it's really frustrating. But also, I think if that had been a lesser performance, you'd go, "Oh, idiot."
Yeah.
Just let him die.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas, I don't know. I do kind of feel the push and pull, like the duality of it, of being like, no, but I understand, because he's in grief and genuine, like, is clutching on to those that last hope. Yeah. So and I think that's it's important, and it kind of sells the threat and the stakes, the weight, the drama, all of that. The drums. But yeah, and then and speaking of the little jump into the future that we get, when Sarah's like, yeah, but the world didn't end in, 1911.
Yeah,
that's great. Like, it's such a good scene, little sequence. I like how you just get a glimpse of it through the TARDIS doors, and it's sort of in that one shot.
It's not like a full like screen exploration of
Yeah,
and
yeah,
over
yeah.
dramatized. It's just that little moment, isn't it?
Yeah, and you just get Sarah looking out, her reaction, and I like how
Yeah.
the Doctor never looks up from it.
Yeah.
He's stood sort of with his back to the doors at the console and is just talking to her, and he's like, well, this is what it looks like, and it just like so solemn.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's really, really strong.
Yeah.
I can completely see why Russell calls back to it in Devil's Squad, because it's such a strong
it's such a good
moment.
Yeah.
And I think originally in The Unquiet Dead,
Mhm.
you know, the whole, obviously you get the explanation, time's in flux, like you can be
Yeah.
born in the 20th century, die in the 19th. Like
Mhm.
originally I think he was going to take her back to show her and do something similar to this,
Oh no, that wouldn't have
but
worked.
it just kind of for
that would have been way out of. Yeah.
it'd be shoehorned in for that story.
Yeah.
It'd be a cool moment
In a different story.
Yeah, but it doesn't work within that scene.
Mhm.
Also, they're locked in a cellar. What was he going to do?
How the hell are you gonna? Where was the TARDIS at this point? It's still outside.
It's parked up.
Yeah, it's parked by the theatre, isn't it?
Yeah.
On
So
the street.
I don't know how that would have worked.
No.
But yeah, that's I think it's a cool thing.
Yeah.
To sort of establish, you know, no, we mean business. Like just because we're in the past, it can still yeah. Which I don't know if the show had sort of done before. Like at this point, you have the whole like, oh, you can't change history stuff, but I don't know if you've ever had the, oh well, if this villain succeeds and destroys the world, takes over the world or whatever, that can happen.
Yeah.
Even though you've come from a world where that hasn't.
You've come to the future and that hasn't happened.
Yeah. So it's quite a nice beat for sort of going forward, and kind of retroactively makes everything a little bit more real, I guess, a bit more dangerous.
Yeah.
Okay, let's talk Sutekh.
Let's talk Sutekh.
The
one and only.
The little
god of death.
Elephant or a giant dog in the room.
Oh, he's a giant dog. He's a puppy.
Yeah. What a villain.
Uh-huh.
What a villain. I would say until a couple of years ago.
Until recently.
I would say the best like villain that's never returned.
Yeah.
Obviously now has returned.
Yeah.
But like
before his return, it was the best villain to have not returned.
Yeah. I think it's interesting because like so many of Doctor Who villains and monsters, creatures, aliens and whatever, like the ones that people go, oh yeah, that was really good, will return.
Yeah.
Because they're like, oh, everybody loved that.
Mm-hmm.
I think we spoke about it last time. I think it's interesting that the Zygons didn't come back within
its
the classic series.
Yeah.
I think it's interesting that the Autons only had 2 stories.
Yeah.
In like within two seasons.
And they were both openers.
Yeah, and I know there were plans to come back for a story from Colin, and you know.
Oh. Sixth Doctor.
Yeah.
We were robbed.
But other than that, there aren't really any sort of villains that have sort of connected with people as much as Sutekh obviously has.
But I think he was.
Come back.
Yeah, but he was such a good one and done.
Yeah, I think
character though, wasn't he?
I think
like you had to have a good reason to bring him back.
Absolutely, I think the danger of it is
ruining it.
Yeah,
it's another Midnight situation where it's a good one and done monster to keep that level of greatness intact.
Yeah, to just retain that sort of legacy.
Yeah.
How do you feel about Sutekh generally now he's obviously come back? Is that lessened?
It's so annoying, and you know it's so annoying for me because I have to do the thing where forget that Empire of Death exists. Because I can accept The Legend of Ruby Sunday because I ate that up for breakfast, lunch and dinner.
Mm.
And I think that was such a strong reveal for Sutekh.
Yeah,
And
I don't really
everything
like that episode, but that reveal
was
is
absolutely set. I remember, and I can still feel it within my body. I don't remember a lot generally, but like I remember that feeling in my body when the slow reveal was coming, and I was like, bring it home. Literally screamed. This was at midnight, remember? These were midnight releases. I screamed at midnight. I live in a flat. Definitely the whole complex heard.
Thought you were being murdered.
Yeah.
Nobody came to check.
No. Thank you, neighbours. I felt...
But it's a bit of a boy who cried wolf situation, though, isn't it? Because I
100%.
imagine you scream and shout quite a lot when you're watching Doctor Who.
Yes. Anyway, moving
So
forward.
Something's happened to Doctor Who now.
Yeah, Doctor Who's happened again, Jesus. I remember, I screamed, started hysterically crying, fell out of bed, and
Yeah.
because I was crying so hard, I rolled out of bed, landed on the floor, and just sobbed, and then rewound it and watched the reveal again, and then jumped to Twitter. I remember it was just so good, and I was like, yes, this is exactly what we needed for Sutekh, and I had so much confidence moving forward because that lived up to Periods of Mars and the legacy that Sutekh has. So all of that was perfect, and I was like, this is going to be it. This is going to be a sequel. It's going to live up to what we've had before, and everything's going to be okay. I was wrong. So now I have to pretend that Empire of Death doesn't exist, so it doesn't ruin that reveal for me, and it doesn't ruin Pyramids of Mars.
Yeah.
Because I would have been okay with him being a big fluffy boy dog, right? I would have been fine with Puppy Dog Sutekh if Empire of Death wasn't a CGI dog hugging a TARDIS for 50 minutes or however the runtime was.
Oh, as in if he did more.
Yeah.
Right.
He, no, not even if he did more. He should have been a physical being, write that as you will, a physical being with his original mask.
Yeah, I think...
I don't understand why they kept him a big CGI dog, because he didn't really do anything. Being trapped to the TARDIS and stuck to the TARDIS meant he couldn't move. He couldn't do anything. He had to have his harbingers do things for him. It would have been better had he be a physical entity in himself. And I wanted to see a modernized version of what his costume was.
Of that mask, yeah.
I wanted to see where they were going to go with it.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted a physical something because, I think his costume is so iconic.
Yeah, that mask is such a great design.
Insane. And, and that's one thing that I love about Classic is their physical props and costuming. Like, when they get it right, they get it right.
Mm-hmm.
And I wanted a modernized reflection of that, and I got a CGI dog instead, and I didn't like it.
Yeah.
It would have been okay for the reveal, and then I wanted something more, and I didn't get it.
Yeah, because I think you could. I mean, I'm sure we'll do an episode on that finale at some point.
Yeah.
And we can fully discuss everything within that.
Mm-hmm.
But I think you could have done something where, because in this episode he's got the sort of jackal form. Mm-hmm. He's got the mask.
Yeah.
He's
nothing.
Got his sort of nothing. He's got the sort of servants of through Scarman and the figure that comes out of the
Yep.
You could do something where for that big reveal, massive dot. Oh my god, what the hell!
And then reduce it down
and have that as a form of him,
and then bring it down. You can either, like you said, use his because obviously we had the Harbinger stuff, which was a reflection of the servant. Mm-hmm. So we could have had something. He goes through them. He's obviously a higher entity, higher being, a lot more powerful now than what he was before. You can sci-fi explain anything to get a physical form or manifestation of him for a finale. So you've got an up and walking Sutekh, and it also would have made for a better destruction of him, resolution of the episode. Because although I wasn't annoyed at the dog on a rope situation, and it did make sense, and it was like full circle from Church on Ruby Road. Like, that's all fine. I know people didn't like it, but okay, fine.
Mm.
But I would have wanted more. I did expect more. If you're gonna bring something back
100%.
like Sutekh,
I think
you
that's
needed to do more.
My entire issue with it was I was very apprehensive going from the end of Legend of Ruby Sunday, because I was like, that was a great little cliffhanger.
Yeah.
But the episode itself was just set up, and there wasn't anything. And I know that you've said before, like, well, part 1 is set up, but like, it doesn't. I think you can still do things within the story. Do you know what I mean? Where like
100%, but I didn't feel like that episode was just purely set up. I could see an advancement of the story in it. It didn't feel just...
But nothing happens, really.
But it does.
But it's all like, oh, what's the mystery? Let's investigate the mystery.
Yeah,
but
so it progresses the story along.
Yeah,
until
but without...
you get... But you couldn't have...
It's just like establishing everything.
Yeah, but you can't have many resolutions throughout the story, because you've got to get to the climactic point, which is left on a cliffhanger.
Mm. We'll talk about this when we do that episode. But
I just wanted more.
I think that's my main issue with it.
Because Pyramids Mars was so tight, and it was such a good, well-paced story. It was visually great.
Yeah.
Like, everything was like tick, 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 tick.
And then even from that reveal, it's set up to be, oh
my God, like, let's go. The threat's here. Sutekh's back. You've got to understand how serious this is. And it kind of just doesn't really go anywhere. Kind of just takes a back seat. Yeah. But equally, I don't know if this is more or less damning than me saying that it hasn't lessened my view of Sutekh. When I think of Sutekh, I don't think of Big Dog. No, neither do I.
I don't think of modern Sutekh or that story. I think of Pyramids Mars.
I think of Pyramids Mars, absolutely.
It's to the point where I go, oh yeah, he came back, didn't he? Which I don't. That's what I mean. I don't know if that's more damning. I
remember that he hath returned. But
they're kind of separate in my head.
Yeah, they are very separate.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I think just because of how good that character is in this story.
They're separate in my head because of how different they are.
Yeah. That's
it doesn't feel like Sutekh.
Yeah.
And because there's not really any relation other than a name, it feels just disjointed. So I don't really think of Empire of Death when I'm thinking of Sutekh. I think of Pyramids of Mars.
Well, no discussion about how good Sutekh is would be complete without giving props to one particular man. And I've just put here in my notes, Gabriel fucking Wolf.
Yeah. Yeah.
The best villain performance of the classic era. The only ones I can think of that might challenge that sort of top spot are Michael Wisher or Terry Malloy as Davros.
Yeah.
Or maybe Sharaz Jek from Caves of Anshazani.
Right.
But I think this takes it for me.
Really?
Yeah. And I really love those two Davros performances.
Yeah.
But this is so good.
I'm not going to disagree. It's one of the best. You've got to give me more time if you're going to be shouting out the best.
Okay. I'm going to stick to it.
All right.
I'm going to stick to it. He's incredible.
Yeah.
I mean, to have that kind of... I know we were talking just then about in Empire of Death how Sutekh spends all of that time sort of just sat on the TARDIS.
Yeah.
It's not that dissimilar to what he does here. Like,
he sat on his throne.
100%.
But he's commanding, and there's story for him.
And I think there's something about that stillness.
Yeah.
Just that complete lack of... He doesn't even need to stand, really. No. That he can just sit there and just give this presence and this threat.
The thing that I really like about Sutekh, which is what puts him up there for me as well, is that you can feel how Gabriel delivers everything. It's almost like you can feel his facial expressions through his mask, through his voice.
Yeah.
Because he's got a deadpan mask. There's no nothing's fused to his face like a mask, or
Yeah,
prosthetics and everything. But how he delivers everything and his body movements, even though he is just sat in a chair, you can feel every single emotion.
Yeah,
and
there's so much character in there.
Everything is in there, and it almost like tricks your brain into reading his face as well. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
It's so juicy. So there's so much character in there. Visually, audibly, everything is just perfect.
It's just dripping in like malevolence, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like it's so just textbook. It's no wonder that Russell brought him back for. I mean, obviously went for Sutekh.
Yeah.
Which is incredible because I think he's in his 90s now,
and
he's still got it.
Yeah.
Oh my god!
Absolutely.
Just shit your pants style.
Well, Russell brought him back for the Beast, didn't he?
And that's what I was going to say.
Planet, Satan Pit.
Because I think that's
ticked all the boxes.
Yeah, because when you go, who could we get who could realistically portray the voice of actual Satan?
Yeah.
Oh, Gabriel Wolf.
Yeah.
Because he kind of already did it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And why would you not?
Well, and if you're bringing
perfection.
If you're bringing Sutekh back, and the original actor is still around and still able to do it, you're gonna bring it back.
I don't know if you could do it without him.
No.
Because I know that Sutek's popped up in some audio stuff.
Okay.
And it's been Gabriel Wolf that's done it. I think that voice is so intrinsic to that character. And how do you replicate that without
having the original?
Without having that man, you know what I mean? I mean, he said that, about coming back. He was like, "Oh, it's incredible. It's like there's one job that I did 50 years ago."
Yeah, and he keeps coming back.
So, yeah. But there's so many. I think the dialogue just sings, and it's just a match made in heaven. Some of that poetic. I've written some lines down.
Have you written some lines?
I've written some lines down underneath Gabriel fucking Wolf. In my prisons, you are an ant, a termite. Abase yourself, you grovelling insect. Oh my god! And then, of course, the classic, your evil is my good, I am Sutekh the Destroyer. Where I tread, I live nothing but dust. Darkness, I find that good. It's that, because there's so much of it that's sort of a whisper.
Yeah.
But it's sinister. There's sort of booming, underneath it. There's, I don't know. I can't do it justice.
No.
It's great. Also, another one that I'd never heard before and was like, oh my god, I shall shred your nervous system into a million fibers. Oh
horrific.
My god.
Horrible.
That's
dreadful.
But such a cool threat.
Yeah. It's unique.
I'm going to say that next time someone knocks into me and spills my pint.
Yeah.
I will shred your nervous system into a million fibers.
And they will look at you like, hey man, I'm so sorry.
I'm really sorry, man.
Can I get you another one?
Yeah. And also, PSA, anyone that accidentally bumps into someone and you spill some of your pint and turns around and tries to start on them, have a day off, mate. Do you know what I mean? Accidents happen. Calm down.
Okay, I feel like this has recently happened for you.
No, it hasn't. It always annoys me when I see it happen to people.
Right. I don't leave the house, so I don't really.
You don't drink pints.
I also don't drink pints.
No.
I also don't go out. I don't really.
Yeah, I would love to see
me with a pint.
Yeah.
It just tastes disgusting. It just doesn't taste nice. I don't understand how any of you lot drink it.
One of my old uni housemates once described beer as liquid bread, which is It
has a very unique taste of I never want to taste it ever again.
That's how I feel about wine.
Hate wine as well. There's rarely anything that.
Yeah.
The only thing I can really drink, especially when I was younger, I could drink the hell out of some vodka.
Drink the hell out of some vodka.
Yeah.
There's some hell in this vodka, and I'm gonna drink it.
And I'm not gonna drink it. Everything was just a double vodka and lemonade. And then I got introduced to gin. Yeah. And now it's just a fruity gin for a fruity girl.
Well, yeah. You do like a pink gin, don't you?
I love a pink gin.
Yeah. I don't mind a pink gin.
I love it.
I quite like a pink gin.
we've had a few pink gins in our
Yeah.
time.
We have. It's been known.
It's been
It's been
known.
known.
It's been known.
Are we
It
like a blood orange gin though?
I'm not a blood orange kind of gal. The gin for my birthday when we went and played crazy golf, the drinks tasted like juice.
Oh, those gin cocktails that we had.
Those gin contact. I was crawling on the floor.
Yeah.
It was 4:30 in the afternoon.
Yeah, you were smashed, weren't
I
you?
was smashed.
Yeah.
That was a really good day. And then we went to Spoons and had
I'm not
gin.
surprised you had a good day.
I just have videos of me by the last hole and I'm just crawling on the floor retrieving my ball.
If you'd like to see a reenactment of this, go and see Kat's MCM London panel. Anyway, enough of our alcoholic tendencies. So I think the threat of Sutekh is just immediately apparent.
Yeah.
Like, that torture scene is great.
Yeah.
Just the shot of the eyes lighting up, just that face on sort of close up and the green eyes. Oh, that's unsettling. But yeah, that torture scene is great, and I think Tom really sells that with the pain. Like, his pain acting is so good.
It's really good.
It's and there's no. I love how there's no. There aren't any quips or. He's not making any jokes or anything like that. He's not. No. You know, a lot of the time he'll come in and sort of make a little. Even when he's, you know, in real danger.
He'll throw something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nothing here, which
he understands though.
Yeah, it's like, oh, this guy means business.
Yeah.
Obviously, we've not really talked about the plot.
No.
It's sort of been like, this moment's cool.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, his war missile gets destroyed by the Gelignite, and just that shot of Tom coming in and him sort of just turning. Oh, he's like, you've ruined my plans.
Mm-hmm. And now I'm gonna ruin you.
Yeah. Literally with death. It's such a cool moment. Yeah. And then when we get into part 4, this is, you get all of those great lines here that I was talking about earlier, and then you get Tom that's possessed. Yeah. I think that's really cool. Yeah. That's quite creepy. But I think once we get to Mars, that's where it kind of drops the ball a little bit for me.
Right.
Because it becomes a little bit of...
See, I enjoy it.
It feels just quite tonally different to everything that's come before for me, I think.
Right.
And it kind of devolves into sort of like rejected Crystal Maze puzzles.
I think that I enjoy the puzzles.
Okay.
I don't mind it. I think if they didn't have the puzzles, it'd be too easy. So they needed to put something up there as a barrier.
Yeah.
You know?
No, I get that. I get the purpose.
And
I
don't like, it's just like a little mind game, try and figure this out, isn't it? Obstacles.
Yeah. And I think some of them work better than others.
Yeah.
So like when Sarah's trapped in the thing and you get like the two guardians, that classic riddle of one always lies, one tells the truth. You know, and the Doctor working that out, it's a fun little bit of logic and all of that. But then when you get when he's on about like, oh, this one's 7 stitches wide and all of that, and he's measuring it with his scarf and what are you on about, mate? What are you whittering on about? Surely that's just spot the difference. I don't think that's got anything to do. Oh, if I measure this with it.
Yeah, but they're trying to make it more than it is, aren't they?
Yeah, but I think it's that thing of like.
You think it's overplayed?
Yeah, and also with the Guardians, like that's a puzzle that the audience could solve because you've been given everything that you need to solve that.
Yeah.
You might not be able to do it as quickly as the Doctor does, so you go, oh, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
He's smart, isn't he? Like,
he's the Doctor, yeah.
Yeah. Whereas here, and he's going, oh, that's 6 stitches wide, and that's probably about this. It's got to be this, but what are you on about? Like that just feels like such a nothing scene to me.
You're just not fun.
But I think it's because, you know, it's been so steeped in like
richness,
like horror, and it's like, solve this little puzzle.
Okay, yeah, no, I understand how it's That's a bit totally different to what we've had.
And then there's that line from Sutekh where he's like, "Oh, these childish stratagems or something." It's like, they kind of are, yeah. Like, but there's some fun bits. There's some nice bits in there, like Sarah thinking that the doctor's dead.
Yeah.
And her sort of him just tapping her on the head. You're soaking my shirt. So good. That's such a fun little. And then when he gets up and she says something about the door's vanished, and he goes, "It can't have vanished. It's just not visible." Like, just
so stupid.
Yeah, it's such a Tom,
like
such a fourth Doctor line.
Yeah.
I don't think any of that like undercuts the threat.
No.
I think it's when we get into this and it feels a bit more goofy.
Okay.
That's what I think kind of not even undercuts it, because I think all of that Sutekh stuff that we've had in the sort of the start of this part is so strong. Good that it couldn't undercut it. But yeah, I don't know. It just starts to, it loses a little bit of the atmosphere for me, I think.
My favourite bit that we've kind of jumped over, which I really enjoy in this episode, which makes me giggle, is when the TARDIS key is coming through.
Oh yeah,
and
very obviously on the wires.
I picture a man there with a little morph suit, just having a bit of. I think
it's some poor stagehand off camera, like with a fishing rod.
Oh yeah, just like, trying to dangle.
Just trying to, like...
It's so like.
Yeah.
It moves about, so it's either.
And you see it sort of come into his hand, and then sort of jumps back up a little bit, and he has to sort of like grab it. Like, no, I'm gonna have it. I've got it. I've got it.
Why isn't the wire snapping?
But yeah, I think from there, once we get to Mars, it kind of
have to get to Mars, though.
No, obviously, yeah. Well, I don't know. I don't know if we needed to get there. I think we could have stayed in the tomb and done something there.
Yeah.
Because I think it's so... Because that set of, like, Sutekh's throne room...
Yeah.
It's, like, so dark. Like, tonally and literally.
Yeah.
Like, and then when we get to onto Mars, where the Eye of Horus is, it's quite brightly lit and feels a bit more colourful and, you know...
Yeah, but you needed that juxtaposition, no?
I don't know if you do. I don't know if you do.
I think it would have been really dim if you just continued a dark... square. I know that the fact of the acting and the writing and everything sells itself, like that. It's all consistent with that. But do you not think it would start for another 10-15 minutes?
I don't think it needs to be pitch black.
Well, no,
but I think it's just.
Black,
I think it's just too much of maybe that, because even the sets of the puzzles and stuff, that's quite dimly lit. It's quite dark. It feels. But then once we get into that room and it's like all those blues and, you know, feels a little bit disconnected for me, personally.
Okay, you're wrong, but that's okay.
But then we get that great little bit of the jackal head coming through with Skarman turn into ash.
Yeah.
That's a really great little effect.
It's horrific.
Yeah. It's horrible.
It's horrifying.
Horrible.
It looks great. Horrific, though.
And then, of course, we get the ending. I do really like the sort of resolution of it, that the Doctor traps him in the time corridor.
Yeah.
It feels earned.
Yeah.
I think the danger, and I think this is kind of what Empire of Death struggles with, the danger of having a villain that's so powerful is, okay, well, how do you realistically
resolve that?
them?
Yeah.
And I think by being able to trap it within something that can contain that power in this episode, that's, you go, that makes sense. And then when you get to Empire of Death and it's like the dog lead, and then we'll drag you through the vortex and just let you go in there. I don't know, that doesn't quite have the same punch and weight for me.
I fully agree.
But I think that's basically the episode, the story.
It's just a good, horrifying,
really solid bit of Doctor Who. Yeah.
Great episode.
The only sort of criticisms I have are nitpicks, really. Like, realistically, it's a banging story, banging bit of Doctor Who.
Banging bit of classic Who.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I don't know about you, but I think it's time for our trivia section.
Are you hungry for a little bit of trivia?
I'm starving. I'm ravenous for a bit of trivia.
Well, you know what? It's just as well, because I've got a little bit of trivia here, just for you.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, kind sir.
So this is our trivia section. Trivamids of Mars,
Yep.
as it's called every week.
Every single week, we all tune into Trivias of Mars.
Absolutely. So this story was originally written by Louis Griefer. I don't know if I pronounced that right, but was considered unworkable. As he was unavailable for rewrites, the scripts were completely rewritten by Robert Holmes.
Okay.
Griefer was so unhappy with Holmes's rewrites that he took his name off the story.
Oh, really?
Meaning the pseudonym Stephen Harris was used on transmission.
Oh.
So, yeah. But it's basically Robert Holmes that's written this one. Griefer's original script was radically different. It would have the Dr. Sarah Jane and the Brigadier, who was suggested to be killed off, attending a conference at the British Museum where a new type of grain was unveiled, which could survive on the surface of the moon, thereby solving world hunger. During the conference, however, they are attacked by the crocodile-like Egyptian god Sutekh and his legion of mummies. The once imprisoned Sutekh and his master Seth are aliens who came to Earth millennia ago, intent on conquest, but were placed in suspended animation via the Eye of Horus. Having reawakened, they plan to replace the grain with one which will result in the destruction of the moon. The Doctor would then team up with Egyptian gods Horus and Isis to defeat the villains before they reached the moon.
That's completely different.
Completely different.
That is a completely different story.
Well, I did say Griefer's original script was radically different.
Yes, it's a completely different script.
Mm-hmm. Peter Welch, who is Morgan in The Android Invasion. Christopher Benjamin, who is Jago in The Talons of Weng-Chiang. Leonard Sachs, who's Barusa in Arc of Infinity, were all considered for the role of Marcus Scarman.
Oh, really?
This marks the first significant change in Tom Baker's costume, now wearing a long burgundy frock coat instead of his original red shooting jacket.
Mm-hmm.
It is really Tom Baker inside the mummy costume, something which director Paddy Russell insisted on him doing as she felt his body language would be distinctive.
Yeah, which it is.
100%.
Yeah.
Also, you look at those mummies and go, oh, which one's like 6'4"?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Tom Baker. Baker disliked appearing in footage where he would not be recognisable. And to make matters worse...
Of course he didn't.
Yeah. And to make matters worse, suffered painful scrapes from the fiberglass frame of the costume.
Right. Uh-oh. And you know what? They didn't hear the end of
that. Gabriel Wolfe said that Tom Baker was somewhat standoffish towards him on set. Oh. And so quite enjoyed watching back the scenes where Sutekh tortures the Doctor.
I can imagine two powerhouses and the reactions that Tom Baker has anyway. I can absolutely imagine that.
Yeah. 100%. And I think, but it's interesting that in that scene, Tom kind of lets him have it. Like, he kind of plays second fiddle, which I feel like is something he doesn't do a lot.
No, but...
Do you know what I mean? If he's sharing a scene with a strong actor, I feel like you can feel him going, no, I'm the star.
Yeah. But, I don't know, I think he probably would have been like, okay, I need to do this for the story. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
If it's a strong episode and he was enjoying it.
Yeah, that's true.
I think he would. Or maybe he thought he was just that much better, but actually, on screen, it seems like he's letting him have it. I don't know.
Maybe. So, as we were talking about earlier, the gag where the Doctor and Sarah turn in unison to walk out of sight of a mummy was added by Tom Baker and Elizabeth Sladen themselves, inspired by a Marx Brothers bit, and they did it without clearing it with the director first.
They just did it.
Just did it.
Which I completely can see as well.
Yeah, here we go. As I was saying earlier, all the stories from this season were tributes to classic horror and sci-fi films. So, Terror of the Zygons is inspired by It Came From Outer Space. Planet of Evil is inspired by Forbidden Planet and Jekyll and Hyde. Pyramids was the original Universal Mummy films. Android Invasion is Invasion of the Body Snatchers. Brain and Morbius is obviously Frankenstein. And Seeds of Doom is The Thing and Day of the Triffids.
Oh, nice, yeah.
So,
I see that.
Because this is like Doctor Who's gothic horror period, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know, I know, I think especially this season, I know the Hinchcliffe era is sort of seen as that, but I think season 13 especially. Until recently, it was believed that the only character other than the Doctor and Sarah who does not die on screen in this story is Ahmed, who is the leader of the group when Scarman, in the opening scene.
Yeah.
Who gets called a savage or something. Yikes. Although in Terence Dick's novelisation of the story, Ahmed and the other Egyptian labourers are killed by Naaman's men on fleeing from the tomb.
So everyone does die.
However, it's obviously now been confirmed that Sutekh survived this story
Oh.
to go on to appear in the season 1 finale.
Yeah.
But until then,
everyone was dead.
Everyone was dead, man.
Done.
Everyone was dead. This is the only time that Mars is depicted in the classic series.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm. This is one of several stories where Sarah is the only female character, along with the Sontaran Experiment, Revenge of the Cybermen, and Planet of Evil. I mean, it's not a massive cast to this one.
No.
I guess. But, yeah, the only woman in the cast.
Mm.
There are some episodes of the classic Who where it's like, it's a bit of a sausage fest. Poacher, Ernie Clements, who has a horrible death, by the way, which we didn't mention, just gets crushed between the bosoms of two mummies.
Suffocated.
Is played by George Tovey, who is the father of Roberta Tovey, who played Susan in the Peter Cushing films.
Oh, love that.
Yeah. When Sutekh stands for the first time, this is like a massively known thing. But then, to be fair, the last few I've been like, oh, you'll know this.
And I didn't.
In episodes, you've been like, what?
Go on.
So this is like a famous goof.
Okay.
In the story. When Sutekh stands for the first time, the hand of a studio hand can be seen holding the seat of his throne in place.
Really?
Yeah. So when he like stands up,
yeah,
there's just somebody.
I'm normally good on those, and I didn't notice that.
Yeah, it's quite visible.
Right,
especially because it's in such a dark room. It's just this white hand.
White hand coming out.
So yeah,
I must go back on and
just giving him a little poke to be like, stand up now. And whilst you find that, finally, the Doctor alludes to having been wrongly accused of starting the Great Fire of London. Ironically, his next incarnation would in fact be partially responsible. And that is the end of Trivomid of Mars.
Oh, I loved it.
You're so welcome.
I can't wait for next week's.
Right? Next week's Trivomid of Mars.
Yeah. There's going to be loads more Pyramids of Mars trivia on Pyramids of Mars.
Absolutely.
That we do every week.
Speaking of next week, do you know what we got coming up? No. No. To be fair, we're recording these all out of order.
Yeah, so I have no idea.
No. Next week, we will be joined by another special guest.
We are joined by the lovely Tharies.
We are, yes, and we're going to be talking about Doctor Who's
scariest moments.
Ooh,
chilling!
It's the conclusion to Spooky Hottober, just in time for Halloween.
But I don't want Spooky Hottober to end.
I know. Spooky Hottober never really ends.
It's always in our hearts.
Really?
Both of them.
The real Spooky Hottober was the friends we made along the way. So, join us next week for that.
Yes.
Because we're going to be talking about lots of Spooky Who.
I can't wait.
I've
got so many scary moments I want to talk about.
It's just going to be a lot of like, oh my god, remember that bit from that story.
That is literally all I'm going to be doing next week. I can't really offer anything else, but the episode's not really going to offer anything else.
Well, yeah, exactly. So if you want to join us for that little bit of scintillating commentary,
just reflecting upon a load of things that I love. Let's go.
Well, in the meantime, where can they find you?
Oh, they can find me on Twitter, @RefusedCollarX, @SimplyKatie_XO, and the same for Instagram. Where can they find you, Tim?
They can find me on the Twitter, also @SunandBiscuit, and on the Sun and Biscuit YouTube channel, which you may very well be listening to this here podcast on right now. They can also find you in London.
Oh, yeah, they can.
At the MCM Comic Con on Sunday the 26th of October on the Creator Stage at 1 p.m. for the community panel.
That's true.
Hosted by Jack Alexander.
Yes.
So, go throw tomatoes at her or something.
Please don't throw anything at me, I'll cry.
Go give her gin.
Yeah, I will have a shot.
Yeah, stick some gin in.
Pink gin is my favourite.
Yep.
I take pink gin with lemonade, please. Don't like tonic water.
She's not fussy though. Not fussy at all. But yeah, go see Kat at MCM.
Thank you.
And then join us back here next week for the scariest moments of Doctor Who. Correct. But until then, Bye-bye.
Bye.
I was not expecting that scream.
No, it was I.
No,
It just came out.